On the docket this week, we're chatting about news that is making a splash. We catch up with everything happening with Subnautica 2. There's updates on the return of EB Games, and Nintendo could be working on a Donkey Kong movie. Let's dive into this episode of the GOG Cast.
Get ready for the Girls on Games podcast, your weekly dose of news, reviews, and everything video games. Always served with a good helping of hype and just a pinch of salt. And now, your host, Leah.
Hello and welcome to another Girls on Games podcast. My name is Leah. I'm the host of this show. This is episode number 501. And have you seen the pretty new branding? Thank you, Catherine. It looks awesome.
Thank you, Catherine.
How you doing, girl? How you feeling better?
Feeling better, but the voice is a bit better, but not completely back. And the more I talk, the worse it gets. So it's only downhill from here, folks. I am sorry to say.
Well, hopefully you're definitely sounding better than last Sunday when we recorded.
Yeah, that was, I heard back the episode and I was like, oh my God, I sound like a teenager that just hit puberty. Oh my God.
You can't do anything if you lose your voice, you know? That's just what happens. Yeah. Joelle, how you doing?
I am stressed to the nines. So I have a joke. Would you like to hear a joke about it?
Oh, yes.
All right. Why did the anxious cat sit on the keyboard?
I don't know. Why did the anxious cat sit on the keyboard?
It wanted to keep an eye on the mouse.
Woo! Was that joke stressing you out, Joelle?
That joke wasn't stressing me out, but everything else about life is. But I thought I'd make a joke about it.
Yeah, you got to stay inside today because it's kind of smoggy out there.
I had to stay inside all weekend, Canada. And now I have a sore throat. And then I had to go look at houses and I have to move. It's the first world problem, but it's still a lot.
It is a lot. It's a lot. Well, hopefully this can lighten your load and give you a bit of entertainment. Let's get through some housekeeping so we can get into talking about video games. If you enjoy this show, I can't even talk. If you can enjoy this show, you can subscribe on Apple Podcasts, YouTube Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Podbean. If you'd like to get some GOG merch, you can do that by going to designbyhumans.com/shop/girlsongames. Keep an eye on that because Kat's going to soon flip out our new branding. Mm-hmm. If you'd like to give us a tip, maybe buy us a coffee, you can also do that by going to our Ko-fi. That's ko-fi.com/girlsongames. So yeah, the first thing I wrote in the crew check-in is look at our pretty new branding. And yeah, kicking off episode 500 with a new logo. It seems weird, but I love the new logo. But, we had the other one for so long and new colors and all that kind of stuff. Just trying to be more bright and playful. Hey, Kat?
Yeah, I think this is our first full-on rebrand since we launched, because I know we kind of redid, we refreshed the branding,
Mm-hmm.
when we launched the current site that we have with the current template and all of that. But an actual redesign of the logo, a review of our fonts and everything, I think that's the first time since we launched.
Yeah, and as much as I love the grungy old typeface, I think it was time to kind of move on from it, We've matured. We now have color in our lives.
I am enjoying how annoyingly neon the branding is.
That should be my name. Annoyingly neon Leo. I can't even say that 3 times fast. You guys seen the RGB in my house.
Wonderful.
Yeah. When people are like, oh yeah,
inspiring.
Minimalist, millennial gray, everything is beige. I was like, yeah, just fucking watch me.
Hold my beer, bro.
And then Leah sent me this color palette. It was actually Leah, you sent me the idea, and I was like, yeah, yep.
I had you at like minty lime green.
Yep.
Yeah, it's perfect because it has teal and minty lime green for me, and then hot pink and 2 shades of purple for Leah.
Exactly. Joelle, what's your favorite color?
My favorite colors are purple and orange, so I was all over this.
Worked out well.
Give me the 90s vibes, like give me all of that, like love it so much. So I can't wait till like the merch is up because I'm gonna dip into my wallet.
Ladies, what have you been up to this week? Obviously, Kat's been hard at work. Anything else, Catherine? Recovering?
Yeah, well, actually, I was off last week.
Well, then there you go.
But it was my yearly week of what I call honey-do vacation, which is like my brother and I align ourselves for a week where we're both off and we get stuff done around the duplex. And he works he's an elementary school principal. So his vacation is a set calendar every year. So that's why I'm like, end of July, early August, I always keep a week for him for that. So he said first 2 weeks of my vacation is going to be getting shit done. I was like, cool, I'll take this one. And we basically did stuff, just the stuff that he needs. Like we need 2 people for, like, we needed to fix the caulking around the windows. Some of the caulking had split, stuff like that, which was very good on our part because yesterday it rained so hard that the city flooded. My windows were bone dry.
Because you caulked hard.
Yes. We're very mature on this podcast.
Cock hard.
Joelle is very mature on this podcast.
But yeah, like stuff like that, because like to do the second floor windows, which were mine, which were the ones that were getting the most water, like I had to hold like the ladder. That was my job. Just put your weight on the ladder. I was like, cool.
It's a good job.
We also like his yearly trip on the roof where I go up this ladder and I go on the roof and I'm like, why am I up here? But you know, like we pulled out so much lint out of my dryer vent while we were on the roof. We looked at the heat pump units out there. They're on a wooden structure. We like secured that a bit, see if there was like some stuff that had unscrewed a bit. Looked at our skylight, made sure there was no water in. I was like, okay, fuck. Like, this is what I use my PTO for, folks.
Hey, adulting!
Yeah. And then I have a second week coming in August, which is going to be twofold. One is to do the second part of my stuff to do list that I didn't get to do last week because I was prioritizing doing the stuff that the both of us need to be there, but I got stuff to do in my apartment. Like a very deep clean of my kitchen, stuff like that. But also because that's going to be Pascala's and I 20th anniversary.
Oh, wow.
Holy cow,
that's a long time.
That's a long ass time to be with some dude I met playing Dungeons and Dragons.
There's a lot of married people who don't make it that long.
So yeah, so we're gonna look at probably a spa day, and then I want to book a fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
In Montreal.
Oh, parfait.
So yeah, but other than that, other than puttering around the house, because I was spending a lot of time with my brother. He was like, "Yo, Saturday, let's go see mom." I was like, "Fuck yeah!" So we went to up north, swam in the lake.
Oh, gorgeous!
And then had barbecues, had burgers on the barbecue, and then drove home. It was perfect. Sick. 10 out of 10. Shout out to her boyfriend, who one of his friend gave him fish he had freshly fished like that morning.
What kind of fish?
Sick.
Oh God, I gotta. It was whitefish. I forgot the names in English.
Oh. What's the name in French?
I think there was Barbot, and he told the 2 names, and I forget. Might have been cod.
Oh, and cod?
I don't know. It was all freshwater fish. I don't think cod is
then
freshwater.
You wouldn't. No. Cod is not a freshwater fish.
There is freshwater cod.
Yeah,
There is. I don't know if
see
it's.
it a
I don't
lot.
know if it's with up by you. I mean, you would
No.
know, but
But it was anyway. But he filleted those fish, and he made fish burgers with them.
Ooh,
yum.
that sounds delicious.
Is it
It-
catfish? Is barbot catfish? Does it have? Did you see
Oh
it? Or just
yeah,
the fillets?
barbot is catfish, but no, it wasn't
catfish. Okay.
catfish.
Oh, okay.
Damn, I forget.
Name that fish.
I'm
is the
sorry. I'm so
game.
bad with fish. I was just like,
That's okay.
he told me the names, and I was like, I've ate it before, and I know it's delicious. After that, it's just my brain kind of
That's fine.
smooth itself out, and I forgot.
We can move on.
But yeah. So yeah, we had both burger patties, like regular burger patties, because of the kids.
Yeah.
You know, they're at that age. But we had the fish burgers, and it was amazing. They weren't breaded or deep fried. He just kind of like made patties with a bit of egg, and then we grilled them on the barbecue.
Oh,
and then and my mom was like, "Oh, we should have tartar sauce." I'm like, if you have pickles and mayonnaise, you have tartar sauce, because that's what all it is.
Yeah.
Tartar sauce is mayonnaise with pickles and a bit of lime juice. So yeah, it was an amazing week, amazing day. We worked hard, and then we had Saturday. We swam in the lake, and the weather was perfect. And then Sunday it was just a bunch of absolute downpours of thunderstorms. Yeah, that was my week.
Joelle, how about you?
There's a lot going on. The week was filled with house stuff. Had the inspector come and look at the condo. I have to get the furnace certified before I can call that good. So I have that scheduled. Everything is just like money. So I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. Like, oh, here's $100. Here's $200. Here's $70. I'm just like, oh, cool. Like, I'm really glad I expected it, but it's still like, ugh, like it didn't, So.
It hurts even if you budget for it and you have that big wad of cash. Just seeing it melt, you're like, ugh.
In like 2 weeks, I'm like, oh, there it all goes.
Yeah.
All that stuff, and then I think we did though narrow down some decisions. We looked at this really cute house in Minneapolis on Sunday afternoon, and the lady that owns it, like super cool lady, she's moving to Seattle and she's looking to rent her place, and so we took a look at it, and it's like 2 blocks away from a lake downtown, really close to all the biking paths and stuff, but I think it was just going to be a little bit small for us, and we wouldn't really be able to, because we both work hybrid, and so we have to have desks at home. And I think like with the desks and the furniture, and then with wanting to have space for like a guest that would come over like overnight or something, it just was a little too small. So it was kind of a bummer to like have to make that decision. But I think we're gonna try then to get into a 3-bedroom townhome. That's still really close to the area. It's a beautiful townhome, 2-car finished garage, a really nice like open floor concept with a patio that has a gas grill hookup. Both huge walk-in. I mean, we're not gonna be slumming it over there. So I think we're gonna try to get in there, and then it's just the logistics of when can we get in, how much is it gonna cost, and then like what sort of overlap, how long do we like overlap paying the condo and the new rent, and then like what do I do with the condo. So obviously there's all like a million different decisions like to be made, and so just trying to make the best ones and just figuring out as I go along. And work is kind of bonkers right now too, so it's just like everything is crazy. But also exciting. And the stager comes this week too, so that'll be interesting to have the stager come. And I've just been really busy, lots of stuff going on, meeting with friends and all that jazz. So yeah, so life's been really, really full. But going camping in a few weeks, so that'll be in the Boundary Waters, going to the wilderness, and hopefully having fresh caught fish fries. So hopefully I'll be
Yeah. Are you gonna
diving
fly
in.
fish?
I am. I think I'm gonna bring my fly fishing stuff. And then I also bought. So like, okay, I'm just gonna like. So I've been going to the Boundary Waters for like over a decade, and usually my dad is like very slim packings because we've had to portage, which is where like you have to take all your stuff and like hike it over the trails and things like that. And so we haven't had to take a lot of like fun stuff. And so for this trip, I know we're not going to portage. I just think that I think some of the fellas are getting a little older and they don't want to have to like carry everything all around. So we're going to bring like our snorkel gear to like snorkel. And then I was like, oh, it would be really fun to bring something to like do in the water, like a water activity. So I bought these inflatable like log log punching um things where like you like it's an inflatable log that you straddle in the water, and then you have like a warrior kind of inflatable log that you can like hit the other person with, and so you try to knock them off of their log that they're on. So I'm gonna bring these and I'm not gonna tell anybody, and I'm gonna see what happens.
Oh my god. That's either
So-
gonna be the greatest laugh ever or an accident waiting to happen.
Oh, I know. And like I just think to myself, like, if you get hurt, you have to hike out. Like you can't call anyone. And I'm like, I'm bringing things up where you have to hit each other in the face. So
That's funny.
I don't know. I just thought it would be fun to bring like an inflatable thing. So we'll see what happens. But it should be a really cool trip. Hopefully the air quality gets a little bit. It's a little bit better because it's been terrible.
So yeah, last night I left the house to walk the dog around midnight with Mike just to pee him right before we go to bed. And we were outside like an hour before. And I was like, what smells like burnt plastic? And it's so hazy. Is there a fire in Toronto right now? Because it came so quickly. And like, I also discovered that as we were outside, because I was hunting online to try and find like some news, like, but nobody really had much yet because it's like midnight on a Sunday night. So I went and like I literally asked Google, why does it smell like burning in Toronto? And then it gave me this Ontario air quality tracker thing. And I saw it was like all blue, and then for the last like 3 hours it was just like spiked right up, and then it went to like maroon red. Toronto had the second worst air quality in the world.
Oh no. I can't even imagine.
Because of the wildfires.
Yes.
Where are these wildfires and why are they here?
Winnipeg.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
The ones we're
Ontario.
breathing today are from Winnipeg.
It's crazy.
Oh.
So yeah, that was wild. I was glad I was working from home today, so I didn't have to go out and suck that down into my lungs for half an hour on the walk to and from work. But yeah, Mike and I. What? Go ahead.
Sorry. I was just gonna ask, how do you have these every year? How do you have forests left?
Well, the thing is most of our country is forest. Not going to lie, or Arctic tundra. Like seriously now, and I think that's actually part of the life cycle of a forest. Is that like pine cones and a lot of certain ones like open up after they catch on fire? Like it's part of the life cycle, and we've been preventing it so long so that when it like when it hits now, she hits bad because there's so much like debris under all the leaves that catches fire pretty quickly.
And every year.
Well, I mean, it's different spots every year, right?
Okay,
but it's part of the life cycle of the forest.
Well, yeah, it is.
Last summer was BC. This year is Manitoba. And before that, it was like northern Quebec, and before that, it was northern Ontario. Like everybody gets their turn at burning.
Labrador had them. We had them in Newfoundland there a few years ago. My cabin almost got hit, but we turned out okay. But yeah, outside of that, Mike and I are continuing on the layout, design, aestheticness of his space. Also, I sat with him today because when he hooked up his monitor the first time, he didn't do any like color tweaking, and then he was complaining that his eyes were hurting, and it's because it was essentially just like full bore brightness boring into his eyes. So we fixed that, and he's like, this looks weird. I'm like, no, that looks like real life. It's like, it's too dark. I'm like, no, blacks are supposed to be black. But I actually got to sit for the first time since moving the thing in there, like sit down and actually play.
Fun.
And you know what? It's really wicked fun.
Oh, I bet. Oh, so
But
jealous.
I have to put a pillow behind my back because I don't want to ruin his setup and I'm too short. But you know what's trippy when you're in those sim rigs? So when you're driving a car, you have 2 or 3 pedals, right? But like for the most part, when you're going from your gas to your brake, you're using your right foot.
Mhm.
In that setup, he uses both feet at the same time. That was playing with my mind.
Oh,
to have the
wow.
left foot as a brake, to be able to push down on the gas and the brake at the same time.
Oh, weird.
Because you need to do that for racing sims?
Well, you can. He just can't. He just drives it differently. Like he doesn't have a clutch. If he wants to change, it's all like Teptronic or whatever through the buttons or whatever. But because I think that's what actually happens in an F1 race. They always have their hands on the wheel, right?
Yeah,
they
they
never
have-
take
yeah.
their hands off.
Yeah,
It's
they have
all
buttons.
buttons. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, he that's how he plays it. He's like, no, he's like, put both feet down. I'm like, that doesn't feel right.
That would feel weird.
Yeah,
would feel
but
weird.
it's really, the space is really starting to come together. He bought a bunch of new lights. We've moved some things around.
It's so cool.
But I'm also gutting my office because I need to, we need to get rid of stuff. I'm too much of a pack rat. Also, who needs a large freezer bag literally stuffed full of cables? And this one bag is USB, normal USB to USB mini. I have literally a bag of them. There has to
wow.
be 30 cables in there. Who needs that anymore?
Wow.
I think I can keep 2 and I can chuck the rest of them or recycle them. Let me put this right. I'm going to recycle them.
You want to recycle
properly.
them.
Yeah,
but
I have
holy
so
cow.
much electronic gear that can
Ugh.
go, like cables. Oh my god, the cables!
I mean, you love the RGB. You got to have all the cables. to plug all that in.
Not these cables though.
I'll
These
try to help
cables
you
don't
out.
light up. They're not nearly as fun.
Okay.
They're just boring. They just do what they're supposed to do.
Like literally,
They're just
ladies.
black.
I have a drawer here.
That's a
Like-
lot.
Oh, and they're all falling out.
Oh,
Like
oh.
cables. They're all
Wow.
the same type of cable.
Oh my gosh.
And
Yeah.
and half of them just fell out too. So
Your emotional support cables.
it's literally what they are now. That's the problem. If you are not organized, you'll be like, I need a cable. I don't have a cable. Hello,
Yeah.
Amazon. You'll come
Yeah.
tomorrow and I don't have to think about it. Hit a button.
Or
And I'm
bought
really
thing,
good at what?
or bought thing come with cable. Did not need cable. Already
Right.
had cable for thing.
Right head cable.
Yeah.
Well, that was a problem before, but now they're making universal cable, right? Which I totally
Yeah.
understand. But now we've
Mhm.
just got like, but I'm terrified to get rid of a cable because what if I need the cable? What if at some time, for some reason, I decide I want to plug in one of my really old iPads and I need that 20 prong
Just keep one.
iPhone cable.
Just keep one.
But how about if that one dies?
It won't
And I
die.
have it.
It won't die if you use it
You
once.
see my problem?
I understand your problem, but I'm just
You
telling
go
your
to
brain,
a thrift store and they'll have more cables, I promise.
I'm telling
Oh
your
my
brain, get a
gosh.
cute little caboodle and get a little like label maker and
I
like
did buy a label maker. So
Yeah.
that is part of the fun, is that I'm going to
Yes.
go and organize it all
Yes.
afterwards, but I
Yes.
can't keep it all. I need to get rid
You
of at least
cannot.
25%. I can probably get
Correct.
rid of
Yeah.
75% of
You
certain
can-
cables that
you
we
can make a
are just
blanket.
never going to touch again.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm rooting for you. I believe that you can do it.
Yeah.
and
I can do it.
Yeah. I believe
I
in
can.
you. Mhm.
And now I've got to put away all the Nintendo Switch stuff. And I don't know where that's going to go. Because now I have a Switch too.
Are you
I
gonna-
don't
you're
need to
gonna
keep the
it?
Nintendo Switch out. I
you
don't
gonna
sell
keep
them.
it?
I keep them
Oh,
all.
okay.
I keep all my consoles. We got rid of
Mm.
one once and it made me cry.
Okay. Well, we'll keep it then.
Well, because you never know. It's memories.
That's true.
These are my memories.
Yeah, you gotta. Could you have such a fun collection of things in your? Could you put it like on a display in your office?
I actually have brought a lot of stuff to my work office already. In here, there's just too much stuff. I can't handle the clutter is really where I'm getting to. So it just needs a home. And also too, like, I don't think it's good just leaving it out and let it collect dust. Because even when you clean it out, like, you know.
Well,
so
no, people put those cases over it. And then
I get that. Right, that's true. That's true. You can't put the cases over it. Anyways, that was what I did. It sounds like we're all kind of in a cleaning, getting organized phase.
God.
Yeah. Time to get it done before we hibernate in the wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one thing I did during my week was actually like a quick closet clean out. And I brought stuff to like the thrift shop.
Yeah.
And then I walked into the thrift shop and I was like, why am I buying more shit? I just dropped 2 bags of clothes. But I did buy for $5 a neon yellow baseball cap that has raspberries on it.
On brand.
I was like, yep, I'm spending $5 on that. And then I walked out. But I almost left with like more shorts. And I was like, no. That's not how it works. You drop the shit and you don't go shopping after.
Yeah. Agreed.
More.
Well, that was the thing yesterday. We went into a store and I was like, I don't need more stuff. I'm trying to purge. We're not doing this. Folks, Fantasy Critic. Let's get into it. Podcast League. The game that came out over the past little while, because remember now, last week we didn't really do Fantasy Critic, so let me just get into that. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4. That was on my list. Critic of 83 points 13. Good. There were no bids and no drops this week. So where do we stand? I am in first. Kat is in second. Joelle is in third. We all have 7 games released.
The points are pretty close, though, on the podcast league.
Oh, my God. They are 99.12, 98.66, and 95.11.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, really close.
It's still anybody's game in the podcast league.
It really is.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. I have to dump Dave the Diver in the jungle because right now it's not coming out. I forgot about that one.
Come out.
Yeah. And do I have money to be able to buy something else? Barely any cash, and I still got to get a counter pick. Counter picks are going to be hard. All right, Community League. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 was on Fred's list. Critic 83 points 13, and the other game that released was EA Sports College Football 26, and that was on Kat's list, aka the Itty Bitty Kitty Games Publishing Committee. That's so hard to say. Critic 84 points 14. On the bids front, we had one game that went back and forth. No Sleep for Kaname Date. Katame Date from
Date,
AI.
Probably because it's Japanese, it would be Date.
Date is probably is. That's why I wanted to say Date, and I was like, but the word is date. From AI, the Summinum Files. That is the most screwed up video game name at all. That is so not.
What is this game?
That's a lie. That's a lie.
What is this game? Please, Catherine, please tell us. So here's the thing. It was won by Fred at a bid of $15, but Phoenix also tried to get it at $9. He was outbid. But what is this game? Because this name is atrocious.
It is Date. It is Japanese as fuck.
Really?
Yeah. Iris, the internet idol, has been abducted by aliens? Finding herself on board a mysterious UFO and tasked with completing a bizarre escape game. Iris knows there's one person who she can always count on for help. Kaname Date Censor. As Date conducts investigations, solves escape game puzzle, and sinks to the dreams of potential suspects to help Iris escape and unravel the mystery behind the Third Eye game. And I say sink with a P because it's spelt with a P. I don't know what this is. So Japanese. Holy shit. Who's doing this?
Who's making up these words?
Spike Chunsoft Co. Limited. Who are you? Where are you from?
I saw it's coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Should I play it?
I feel like he just put a bunch of like like yacht what is it, Scrabble letters in a bucket and then like dump them out and then just put them all together. So I was like, this is it.
Oh man, but this publisher or this game studio just makes a shit ton of anime, the most anime games to ever anime. Wow, where are you located?
Oh my god, they are super anime. It's like the graphics are kind of like it's trying to be Persona. Actually, who am I kidding? This whole thing is really trying to be Persona 5.
Yeah. Anyway, don't knock it until you try it, but please name your games. Like this title reads like AI slop. I'm sorry.
I'm kind of wondering what it sounds like in Japanese. Maybe it sounds really eloquent in Japanese.
Probably it's like a translation of like 4 Japanese words.
That's what it sounds like. Yeah. It's Google Translate.
Yeah. No drops this week. So, ranks. Let me scroll back up to the top of the list. Margot's in first. Then it's Pat, Albane, Jessica, Kat, myself, Phoenix, Fred, Simon, Stainsby Kingsby, Ross Varnier, Darth Stradius, NJK, and Joelle. Joelle continues to sit at not a single game released.
Wave the white flag. Wave the white flag.
This is like, no, I need you to actually try, because here's the thing. This is entertaining.
Just so you know, to all the studios out there, if Joelle puts your game on her list, you will delay it, whether you like it or not.
It's just specific to the Girls on Games community. Like, what? It's not like we're all have 7 games released in the other one. It's just this, like, league.
I know.
You have what? Grand Theft Auto, Marathon, something else.
Dave the Diver. I had Dave the Diver. And then I had one more. That's why I'm just like, I give up. I don't want it anymore.
Unannounced mainline 3D Mario platformer.
That one.
With all the rumors come out.
I know.
Like, seriously, the rumor mill right now around a Nintendo Direct is absolutely obscene. I feel like every few minutes a new YouTube video pops up and it's some other crazy rumor.
I can't. I just love how for the pod I must persevere.
You must persevere.
Lee is telling me
you will have a game release. I can feel it.
You will have a game release.
Well, I'm trying my best.
Oh my god, it's too funny.
It's so sad.
What's everybody playing? Kat?
I finished Clan Obscura Expedition 33.
Yes.
Ooh.
Chose the right ending, if I do say so myself.
Excellent.
Not gonna spoil it, but definitely a game that you need to finish if you can.
I need to do it. But fantasy life.
But I also grinded Too Close to the Sun because, as I was saying last week, I there was this boss that I found, this optional boss, right? And she was really, really hard. And if I didn't parry, she would re-heal, and I couldn't damage through the heal.
Yeah.
So I fucked off and did a bunch of stuff. And then I realized, wow, I am like level 85. Okay. Went back to that boss to see if I could finish her. Finished her in 3 rounds. And sorry. Finished her in 3 rounds. Didn't matter if she healed. What you gonna do? Survive? No. And then I was like, cool, I will go do the end boss. And I one-shotted that motherfucker.
No! You did not. You one-shotted the final boss.
Yes.
I can't believe you did that. How did you do that? That took me like 6 tries to do. How did you do that?
Were you level 85?
Yeah, I was not. I was severely underleveled for mine.
Yeah, see, I was overleveled, and on top of that, I had on Verso, I had the weapon where you start at perfection S.
Oh.
But you can't be healed. So for all of his Pictos and Lumen, whatever they're called, I basically grabbed, if it says get this bonus but can't be healed, I activated them because he can't be healed because of the weapon. So man, between him and Mael, nobody survived. And then, Lune was there. I needed 3 characters, so I guess she was there.
on screen.
Wow. You didn't even get to you didn't even get to a second, or you just one-shotted?
I don't know, Verso was the first one to go. Perfection S. I had one of his attacks that does extremely high damage. If you're S, it costs 5 AP instead of 9. And I start the round with 5 AP because I did give him a few extra, like, hey, start your round with an extra AP, like that. Did that attack. Final boss did not survive. And dude's like, I have a second phase. I'm like, after Verso, it's my L. Man died. And also I had
man died.
I did all the like optional bosses around the map. So I had the Pictos called Cheater, where you play 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
And I had that on all characters played twice. So it was essentially an interactive cinematic experience for me.
Because Kat came in like a wrecking ball.
It was a quick time event.
Let's just level up to the point where this game can't even.
And then Simon was like, oh, you can, at the save point, you have the challenges, so you can deactivate, like, let's say, doing more than 99,000 damage and shit like that. And I was like, nah, I'm done. I'm like, I'm just going to show up, plow through this, and then move on.
Wow.
But yeah, little Easter egg.
Okay.
If you've unlocked a few outfits, and, you have the baguette outfit, you have the swimsuits, there's a couple of outfits. If you have an outfit that every character has, deck out your whole party. And then just go to the final boss. Just make sure everybody's dressed the same.
Yeah.
Because I showed up and I was like, what is this man wearing and why? I know why I'm wearing this. Why are you wearing this? I'm like, and then I went on Reddit and found out that this is an actual Easter egg, that some outfits, if you've unlocked them for every character and it's equipped on every character. You show up to the final boss and maybe it's just awkward and you're all wearing the same outfit.
Maybe you all just match.
And I was just like, are you kidding? So
that's fun.
That's fun.
So little Easter egg there that like, I was like, what? And it's a very emotional end game. Like Joelle had mentioned a few episodes back, it all comes to a head and it,
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very emotional, and you have like choices to make. And it's very poignant. But then everybody in the scene is wearing a bathing suit.
That's amazing.
Way to do that for your first one too.
So it was amazing. And after that, because I'm a stickler for punishment, I finally opened my PlayStation 5 because the friend who sold it to me also lent me his CD of Final Fantasy 16. So I was like, how about more Ben Starr?
Yes.
Because he voices Clive.
Oh
so
my god.
I start this game, like I put it in. I'm like, all right, finally going to the PlayStation 5 backlog. Let's do this. Playing Final Fantasy. I start playing and Clive comes on screen and he says like one line. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. I went from one Ben Starr game to another. There are other voice actors. And
he's just having his moment right now.
He is.
And also really having his moment.
Between the skit he did for Balatro, voicing Verso in Claire Obscura, voicing Clive in Final Fantasy 16, and voicing Dorian in Date Everything.
In Date Everything, yep.
Well, every voice actor is in Date Everything. Like, let's be honest.
That's true.
I mean, in case you can date everything. They need lots of voice characters.
Indeed. And also, shout out for the devs, because you can date the fireplace. And that character is voiced by the guy who does Zuko in Avatar: The Last Airbender, which, by the way, is the firebending guy.
Yeah, that's amazing, and I'm so excited for that game.
That's like an Easter egg on an Easter egg.
It's just like, is Date Everything just fucking Easter eggs? By the way, Leah, there's a new fee.
What?
In Date Everything, yes, there is. It's the globe. I think there's
No.
like a map, like the globe.
Oh, is she?
She's Canadian, bud, and she's Newfie.
Oh, is she Newfie? Oh.
Yeah.
Date everything Newfie. Okay, my TikTok is probably gonna play. I'll have to check this out. Oh, it is. But has she got like full accent and everything?
Yeah, they toned it down. She sounds more Irish than Newfie, because they toned it down a bit. But it is to the point where, like, when I saw it pop up on TikTok, the guy was like, "She sounds Irish, but something's off," and I was like, Newfie. And
you
then
just
she
spent
said,
a week around all the Newfoundlanders, so you really knew.
Yeah. And then the next sentence, she said bye, and I was like, there it is. There it is.
Nice. All right, I gotta check that out.
She's
So,
hot
yeah.
too.
Nice.
Of course, they're all hot.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But yeah, so that's what I've been playing. I started Final Fantasy 16, and of course the combat in there is like, hey, you gotta dodge and parry or you're gonna get fucked. I was like, say less.
Not this again.
But I'm having issues with the buttons. Because I haven't
unprogram your brain.
I haven't played PlayStation in a while. And I'm sorry. Press X. I know it's cross, but my brain goes to X.
Yes.
And I go one up to the left.
Yes.
Also the two joysticks parallel to each other that are not offset, right? There's a lot of mechanics in this game to use your D-pad. Because that's where your potions are.
Okay.
And so the very left button on your D-pad is to switch between controlling your dog and having your potion shortcuts. And then up, right, and down is either using a potion or the commands for your dog. It's really awkward to go from that joysticks to the D-pad. I find it just stops my movement completely. Because the left joystick is how you move your character.
Yeah.
The right is so having to do that to use my shortcut in a game that is completely movement based, and to go like, I don't know, maybe I play too much on console because I'm used to doing that move. Because in For Honor, you control your character and you move your joystick and then you go down to the D-pad to use your feats. So you'll just go, I don't know. I just found that going to the side versus going down, I find that my Clive just kind of like sticks there so I can use a potion or give command to my dog and then just gets hit in the face.
Yeah, just thinking about that, where your thumb sits and thinking about the movement, like moving down, like just feels more natural than trying to move to the side like that. Right?
Yeah, I just find like doing
it feels
this
awkward. Yeah,
is more like, it feels better than doing this and then finding the D-pad. It's just because of how you have to press down.
Yeah,
and then go back up to find the joysticks. So I was like, oh wow, and I don't know. I don't think it's a flaw in design. I think it's just a force of habit.
It could be a force of habit, and that movement just doesn't feel as natural to me as moving down from my hand. And like, if this is the neutral position, obviously folks can't see because this is an audio podcast for now. But like your thumbs, like it just feels more natural for it to move down than it is for it to move up. Like you can, but it just feels clunky.
Yeah, it's just I'm just so not used to it, and I think there's a lot of remapping in my brain I have to do because I'm so used to playing with an Xbox controller all the time, either on Xbox or on my PC. Like I have my nice 8-bit dough with Hall effect joystick controller, and I'm just like, ooh, this is nice. What PlayStation does amazing, and this is my first time experiencing, is the haptic feedback in the controller.
Oh yeah, it's really good, really smooth.
Really good.
That shit
the reason
is
why
like
you spend
surround sound of haptic feedback.
Yeah. It's a reason why the thing is so bloody expensive. The controller itself, like gone are the days where you think you can just toss those things around. Like that is a high-end piece of electronic equipment.
Yeah, when
and
it
like,
dies, you get really upset.
Yeah, you cry.
And it's just like during combat or during scenes, like the dog was like next to me, and when he walked to the other side of my character, the haptic feedback went across my controller, and I was like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Or, you have to hit the trigger to open a heavy door, and then they put resistance on the trigger.
Yeah.
I was just like,
welcome.
and then at first I was like, why is this so hard? And then I tried it outside of like that, and it's just a regular button. I was like, holy, this is really immersive. Like, this I love.
Yeah, that's cool shit.
Wow.
Wait till it rains.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
As I know, there's like, I had forgotten that the PlayStation controllers have a speaker on them. But just sometimes when you do combos, you can do combos with magic in this game. And if you land your combo, the little sound effect comes from the controller.
Yes.
With the haptic feed. I was just like, holy shit. I was missed out on a whole lot of immersiveness. Like PlayStation 5, like, good job. Good job. Seriously, good job.
Yeah, it's amazing. It is truly like next gen. This is what I want now all the time. Yeah, when I play Mario Kart, I'm like, why doesn't my controller give me all the things? It just rumbles. Like, what is this? 2000?
Yeah, the Xbox One also just rumbles, and because I'm on like the 8-bit DOE one, the rumble in it is just abusive. Like it just rumbles too hard, and there's a lot of rumbling in playing Claire Obscure, and I was like, I don't need this. I don't need a hand massage. Like, I wish I could turn it off. And I got too
can't.
Lazy. I think so. I just got too lazy to look in the settings to remove the rumble out of the game.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my little experience in gaming. Moved on from one game, got another game that's going to take me hours to beat. But I'm using my PlayStation 5.
Yay!
Like, I don't know, like 6 months. Money well spent.
Joelle, how about you? What are you playing?
Oh, I'm still doing Mario Kart World. Haven't been able to kind of get my brain to do anything else. I'm really looking forward to Donkey Kong. So that's coming out on the 17th. So I'll be kind of day one with that. And for Mario Kart World, I also just really, really needed to beat all the little children doing online knockout tour. Like I just said, my ego couldn't take it anymore. So I did my best to make it. I usually was consistently hitting like top 4, but I just like couldn't get that, that podium moment. And I finally won a few rounds in first place, and then I felt complete, and I felt pretty happy about myself. So big deal. This is what I strive for nowadays. And then also I tried to follow some tutorials, because some of the movement in this is really specific, especially with like the jumps and the rail grinding and the wall, going on the wall and things like that. So I went online and I followed this Mega Turbo guy. He had a really, really great tutorials for skips and shortcuts on Mario Kart World, really specific. Kind of really helps you out with like when you should hit certain buttons, what direction you should, video cues of when to do it. And so I tried a few on some easier tracks, and it was really fun, but it just kind of makes you have to drive in a totally different way. And play the game in a totally different way. So I don't know if I was quite ready for that, but he had really good stuff, and I found his videos really easy to follow, and so that was kind of fun. So kind of like tried my hand at a different level, and I was like, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready for this. So, but yeah, that's what I was playing.
Cool. I'm still knees deep into fantasy life. Trying to 100% or get a hero in every single life is a lot, but fun. I like it. I think I've finished all of the gathering lives now, so I'm on my way to doing the crafting ones, and the attack ones I'll get them, or combat ones I'll get them over time. Played some Mario Party Jamboree with Mike. We finished off our game the other night. What I was really surprised of, because remember how I said, it was like 2 weeks ago where I said like, oh, Mike and I played, and then we pressed pause and we were out chatting with our neighbors. I went back into the game. I thought for sure I would have lost that board we were playing on, like almost like a reset. No, we could finish it out. It saved it. I was totally surprised. I didn't know that was a thing. I've always just finished out the round or quit it or whatever and started something new. So yeah, that was pretty neat. And then we decided to try one of the other game maps, which conveniently was a racetrack. So of course we had to play the racetrack. But like, it's just different how like the rules were different. Like you get these like turbo dice, but it meant that like if you rolled the turbo dice, which was essentially like having like 4 dice that you got to roll, like you went really fast around the board, but you would skip all the key things, including stuff like stars. So I was like, this sucks. We learned that the hard way. And in doing it, I asked Mike, I was like, how many rounds do you want to play? Because we played 10 the last one, and I feel like 10's just not enough, right? Especially considering how in depth those maps are, or game boards. And so I turned it up to 15, but while it was in there in the settings, I must have hit something else as well and made it so that like the mini games, it wouldn't show you the preview. It just tossed you into it. So Mike and I were doing all the mini games blind.
Oh no.
We did all right. We figured it out, but like, yeah, definitely did each one of the mini games blind. So that just made it extra hard. We had 1 or 2 that we had played before from the previous game, but like, yeah, that dang, that's not easy when you go like just not even knowing, you know, what we're supposed to be doing. It's just like, hey, hit a button and that's the lava that you're gonna have to jump over, and you got to make a path, and we have no idea what we're supposed to do and why we're doing it. And but at least it was the 2 of us doing it together, and we were going against the PC, so you know, it was good. Well, this is a podcast about video games, so let's play a podcast game about video games on a podcast. It's time for Game On. Kat is bringing us our game for episode 501. Kat, what are we playing?
Horsing around.
Okay.
It is very simple. I name a horse, you tell me from which game.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't know. I was like, we always do like name thing, name game. I'm pretty sure we haven't done mounts. We've done cities, we've done food, we've done a lot at 500. I was like, let's try this. So horsing around. So our first horse is named Roach.
Oh, that's from The
Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Oh, specific 3. Yeah.
Our second horse is named Epona.
Legend of Zelda.
Yes. All right. Now that we've warmed up.
Oh no! It's
that's all I know.
Horses I know.
That's all I know. Yeah. Oh,
great. This horse, you could choose its name: Nobu, Sora, or Kaje.
Is that from Ghost of Tsushima?
It is.
Oh,
also,
good
that
job.
Fucking broke my heart. Let's just leave it at that. This one is a bit of a curveball because this
Kat,
horse. Yes.
I got a question for you. Did you watch the direct after?
Of Ghost of Yote?
Yeah.
I haven't yet.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well,
but I know I'm in for a treat.
You really probably should do that. Could use some time.
I thought it was this week though.
No, it was Thursday last week, wasn't it?
Damn.
Yeah. Time, man.
You
were on vacation.
Yeah,
should have watched it. It would have been great for our news segment. Goddamn.
It's inspiring.
All right. Our next horse is a sentient horse, and his name is Hudson Horstachio.
Sentient?
Oh my gosh.
Hudson Horstachio.
Hudson.
I just know the show Hudson and Rex, which is shot home in Newfoundland. That's where my brain went.
I don't know. I need a hint.
We need a hint.
This game is Mexican themed.
Guacamole?
Close.
Oh, I actually was going to guess
Red Dead Redemption?
No.
Mexican themed.
Guacamole is close.
It's based off of a classic party game.
Like a piñata?
Yes.
Viva Piñata?
Yes.
Ah, nice.
I love that.
I said Mexican theme, but I don't know what the game is. I just know it has piñatas, and piñatas are Mexican.
Works, man. Works.
All
right, we've got 2 more. This one is named Aggro. This is from a cult classic.
Aggro.
Is there a horse in a Castlevania game?
I don't think so.
Bit more recent, cult classic. A game where it's just you and the horse.
Me and a horse. I'm on a horse.
Just you and the horse.
Me and a horse.
Lots of climbing involved.
Lots of climbing involved. What is it?
Is there a horse in? No, because there's no real creatures in Horizon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but that's not climbing. What else had climbing?
And a horse.
And just you.
Just you. Nobody else around.
Just a survival game of some sort. Post-apocalyptic something or another. Is there like a Fallout with a horse?
Climbing.
It was a PlayStation game.
Was it a God of War? I don't think there was a horse there.
Eco? No, that's a creature like a dragon or something, isn't it?
Cult classic. Can you get another
hint, Cat.
On the PlayStation 2.
People are yelling at us.
PlayStation 2?
The horse is Aggro. It's you, the horse. That's it. Nobody else is in this game.
Me and a horse.
Wait, is the horse is named Aggro, or thing is aggro to the okay, all right.
No, the name of the horse is Aggro.
Okay. And just you.
PlayStation 2. You're just
I don't know. I don't think I know. I don't know this. Do I know this game? Kat, tell me if I know this game.
You probably do. I don't know if you played it.
Do I know this game?
You know this game, Leah.
Did I play this game?
I don't know
if I played it.
I don't think so.
Climbing. That's what's throwing me off.
I know.
How many games do we climb in?
There's giants involved.
In PlayStation,
you would say they are colossal.
Oh no! Oh no!
Damn it.
Crap! Shadow of the Colossus. God damn it!
I mean, I was on the right train. I was thinking. I literally was like, what is the one? Echo or whatever? What's the other one?
The follow up. Yeah.
And then I was like, the Last Guardian. I'm like, no, that's like a dragon creature thing. That's not a horse.
Yeah.
I totally forgot the climbing. I was not thinking of climbing the giants. I thought it was the climbing of the mountains.
Scaling a mountain.
Scaling, yeah. That was a good one.
I
forgot about the horse on that one.
Yeah, I didn't play that game, so I didn't know about any horse.
Also, there's like no fucking dialogue, so I think it's just the kind of stuff that, like, when I was reading the Wikipedia entries, like the dude's name, like the main character, is Wander. I didn't realize he had like an actual name. I just remember like my roommate playing this game and it was just like fucking silent the whole time.
Oh wow.
I love watching this game. For some reason I just find it like very mesmerizing.
It's an amazing game. I should like replay it, or like I think I played parts of it. I don't remember ever finishing it. And our last horse is a bit of a intruder. It's Zebra Donkey.
Is it like Ultimate Chicken Horse or something like that?
No. This is a game you played, though.
This is a game I played?
Yes.
Damn.
That has a zebra donkey in it.
Was there any mounts in Cyberpunk?
I don't know. I
didn't get far enough in Cyberpunk.
Okay.
I quit when I had people glitching through an elevator.
Zebra Donkey.
Zebra Donkey. And I played it.
It's a cowboy game. Yeehaw.
Is it Red Dead?
It is Red Dead Redemption.
Oh, was the first one or the second one?
First one.
There must be like a mystical mount or something like that. A zebra donkey? Or did somebody paint a donkey with stripes?
I think it's just like an Easter egg. I don't know if you can ride them. The zebra donkey
donkey.
Is he only to look and not touch?
is the second fastest mount you can unlock after the American Standard Bred.
Oh, interesting.
Red did.
I need to play that game.
Images. Oh yeah, that is definitely a donkey painted with zebra stripes. Excellent.
Oh, that's
Excellent.
funny. That's good.
Kat, that was good. Thank you.
I was
very much.
horsing around.
Hey!
Oh!
All right. Let's go talk some news. We'll be right back. We're back. Let's talk some news. Let's get the not so fun news out of the way first. Kat, did you write this one? Or did you bring this one to the table about Subnautica 2?
I did. I've been following this.
Yeah, it's like an ongoing saga at this point. Every day it's a new update.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Crafton Inc., which is a big game studio, bought the studio that makes Subnautica, and which is Unknown Worlds. And then they delayed Subnautica 2 to next year. And then for some reason, the previous leadership from Unknown Worlds was let go. And it just, you think, okay, but what's going on? And it's just, and then documents were leaked and it's a whole saga. So I found a good article on IGN that summarized the whole thing. So Crafton acquired Unknown Worlds in 2021. And at the site, it said that the studio would continue to operate as an independent outfit. Essentially, Crafton wanted the success of Subnautica. Was posted on today, like July 14th. So last week, former Striking Distance CEO Steve Papoutsis joined Subnautica 2 developer Unknown Worlds as CEO. The shock announcement confirmed that the previous leadership team, Ted Gill, Charlie Cleveland, and Max McGuire, were replaced effective immediately. So, and these co-founders, so Cleveland responded to what called the shock decision to replace the leadership team, saying that, quote, after all these years to find out I'm no longer able to work at the company I started stings. And then last week also, reports came to light that the game was delayed to 2026, months before Crafton was due to pay a $250 million bonus to the development team.
$250 million bonus.
Yes.
Wow.
If they would have shipped on time. Bloomberg reported the delay was against the wishes of the studio's former leadership and that the $250 million bonus would have kicked in if Unknown Worlds hit certain revenue targets by the end of 2025. So now that it's delayed, it won't be paid out. And then Crafton sent a statement to IGN saying that this decision had nothing to do with any contractual or financial consideration. It claimed that the delay was about responding to feedback from playtests, and the talks of delays were under discussion before they pushed out Cleveland, McGuire, and Gill. After all of that, this trio of the former founders, former leadership, they're filing a lawsuit against Crafton. And you'd be like, okay, cool. So let's wait what the lawsuit happens. No, because there was a leak of an internal review document that shares less than stellar mid-cycle review. So the leaked image themselves show a two-page of a development review and appears to be photographs of a PC monitor. And so basically there was what Crafton expected, and where the game was at, basically. Crafton was expecting something of higher quality. So Crafton came out. They didn't deny that there were documents. They said, yep, they were leaked. At this point, might as well go with it. Crafton is issuing the following statement in response to the growing speculation surrounding the development of Subnautica 2. This statement aims to offer clarity and context regarding the current situation. The document that has been circulating on social media and reported by various outlets is indeed part of an internal milestone review conducted as part of the Subnautica 2 project. Krafton has confirmed that the portion of its have been leaked and are now being widely shared across online platforms and within the fan community. Krafton recognizes the confusion this has caused. Given these circumstances, Krafton has determined that transparent communication is necessary and has chosen to confirm the authenticity of the document. Krafton believes that minimizing speculation and ensuring accurate communication with player must take precedence. Milestone reviews are conducted regularly in collaboration with Krafton's creative studios across all projects. These reviews help assess development progress, define clear objectives, and ensure that each project aligns with Krafton's standards in both creativity and quality. This process is central to Krafton's commitment to delivering polished, high-quality games at the right time. Krafton will continue working closely with Unknown Worlds to ensure that Subnautica 2 meets the expectation of players who have supported the franchise over the years. The statement concluded. So,
that's a crazy story.
It's just gets better and better. I'm concerned about the milestone review. That shit is standard thoroughfare.
Yeah.
And basically you either, after that review, you either pass or don't pass your milestone. And if you don't pass, you basically go back and fix what needs to be fixed. And sometimes they pass like conditionally. I've personally worked on stuff that they were like, all right, all of this is great, but we have this one thing we want to confirm. So we'll get a conditional pass, and then we have 2-3 days to wait. And then, do a little digging, come back. We found a solution, we fix it. And then 2 weeks later, reconvene, look at it, then we pass. It's software development,
Yeah.
What I'm concerned about is this whole story about them ousting the old leadership, them suing the bonus that would have been paid for. So my speculation, if I may, if I put on my tinfoil hat, because I have no inside information, I don't work at the studio or whatever, or close to any of these developers, is that maybe they did rush some parts of Subnautica 2 to hit that milestone and get their money.
Yeah. Because that money, that was promised to them when they were purchased. That was part of the promise. If they hit a certain milestone, everybody, the company,
if they hit a certain revenue goal,
that they would do it. Yeah. And that revenue goal by them. And here's the thing. Subnautica first game, God, I love that game. It came out in early access. I played it umpteen times before it, and different iterations before it ever came out as a full-fledged game, right? Yeah. And then I played it on console. Every other time I was playing on PC. My understanding is that's what they were doing here with Subnautica 2. This goal that they were trying to really hit was not the full release. It was the, let's get it on early access so that people could start funneling money into it. And Subnautica 1 did so well that they knew that this was going to be a cash cow, because we're all us Subnautica fans are clamoring for this thing. So it looks like a really cool perk if someone buys your company and says, yo, you still got full control over your company, develop as you see fit. And if you make, and part of the deal is if we make all this revenue money by putting the game out in early access by this time, then we will give you this ginormous bonus. That is a great driver to making you to want to make a good game. Maybe they weren't quite there yet. But the crazy thing about this story was not just that. Last week, when this story was breaking, because this came out in like bits and pieces, right? All we knew, and why everybody was up in arms, it just sounded like Krafton was trying to be cheap and kick these guys out and changed everything because they didn't want to pay out the $250 million. But now, after this document leak showing that they potentially weren't ready, and then these guys were probably fighting them on it, said they just wanted to put it out, and Krafton was probably like, yo, we actually don't want to scare all of our fans off if this is not as good as it should be. Just proves that maybe they were potentially doing the right thing. But it's still all, back and forth at this point. That might not be the final end all be all of this entire story.
No, because if one thing I know about the video game industry, that's it's in a constant leadership crisis. So many stories that come out of studios, we've heard stories about BioWare, we've heard stories about Ubisoft, EA, whatever. And sometimes when you have a studio that has a lot of success, they kind of like run with it, and they have to be reined back in. Because then at one point they just kind of like, there's no innovation. They always do the same trick, or because they have like this ego that leadership kind of like decides like, all right, I'll know it when I see it, and it stops being thoughtful in how they make their game and things like that. Sometimes it is a studio that's really good at what they do, and then a big investor wants that money and they show up, and then they're not happy with the creative process, being in the creative process, where it might take longer to get it right, but they don't want to change their schedule or their release because they don't understand video game release cycles are much longer than your typical software cycle. Sometimes it can be a mix of both. This feels like both, hey, this is not up to snuff, and corporate shenanigans. Because I can understand that the game was not ready and that delay was needed. I don't understand why they got rid of the 3 dudes that founded the studio.
Unless they were the ones pushing and wanted it to go out without that. And then Crafton was just like, it's just not worth it. And they kicked him to the curb because they were like pushing one to go out, and it was to the detriment of the game. And they said, this is not a good business decision. These guys are going to make this worse. We're going to have to pay out $250 million and potentially ruin this brand at the same time.
I mean, if the game was truly bad, they wouldn't have hit the financial goal and they wouldn't have made the bonus. I think Crafton was very not into the early access type of model like they did for the first one.
Maybe not. Or it had to be a really good early access version.
Yeah. I think they're like, and I understand because like the way Kerbal Space Program 2 is going, fucking that crashed and burned. I think they're really scared of that. They're like, we have to nail this. This is a darling. This is an indie darling and a fan favorite. We have to nail this. And I think they're very, very cautious about that.
Yeah. Did you take a gander at the sheet that the internal review document? Because I did. And there's definitely, if it's like if you look at the as is and then the 2B, there was like, they wanted to have 30% more content there.
Yeah.
Like, that's a significant amount considering if this is early access, it already means it's not the full game. So, like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, and if you look at the other one, like changes to our launch specification from 2023 to 2025, you know, they have the target content. And a lot of it is just they remove content, like custom game modes or one narrative delayed, a biome removed or 2 biomes removed to like probably to nail the type of content that they're delivering. But then the other screen was like, oh yeah, we want like way more content for the early access. So it looks like they were trying to find a balance of having a lot of content for the early access, but the content that is included would be way more polished, way more complete. But that's just me like looking at these 2 slides. So I don't know, like
it's going to be somewhere in the middle in the end, and it's just people, you know, we don't know exactly what went on, and it's just that it went so far of a Crafton sucks and they're terrible and everybody was on the hate on for them, and then maybe it's like more of a gray zone of what actually happened.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to see what comes out with the lawsuit. Because I don't think the delay was completely to avoid the bonus. I think Crafton was really scared that they wouldn't hit it even if they did release. Because, you know, I think they had, and they just had like, this company just had that early access for that Sims game, that like super K-pop Korean Second Life type game.
Not IO.
Yeah.
something like that. Because
I Crafton. Hold on. Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know how that.
I wrote Rafton. K Crafton.
I don't know how that early access went. If they,
it didn't go well.
It didn't go well.
No, it didn't go well. Yeah, it's supposed to be the rival to Sims, and like it just didn't.
Inzoi, yeah.
Inzoi,
I know,
yeah.
I think they're just super. They're also the PUBG people, the Callisto Protocol people, New Slate Mobile, Terra. So like, yeah, they probably got like their guard up. If that one didn't go well, then they're probably like, no, we just spent an epic ton on this studio. We need this game to do good. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, it's really interesting when you go onto Crafton's website, a big splash pop-up comes up about this, like explaining from their perspective this whole situation. Like I was like, this is much more in detail than I was expecting. So to the fans. So that's interesting.
Yeah, I think there's like probably shenanigans on both sides.
Probably. Yeah.
Because I think like indie studio is trying to indie studio, but big corporation is trying to big corporate, and it's not mixing. It's like oil and water.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, literally a huge light box to our 12 million fellow subnauts. Innovatable leadership change driven by a project. And sometimes it just doesn't click anymore. And people, like the first game they made it and they didn't have anybody looming over them, giving them any pressure. Yeah. Now they have pressure because they have to perform because it's a company that's funding what's going on. They want to make sure that it's done right. I don't know. It's in the actual truth is probably somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll keep watching on that one. I was actually super sad to hear it was getting delayed because it was something I was looking forward to this year because I freaking loved that
Was
game.
it on your list, Joelle? Is that what happened?
Oh my God. Was it on freaking Joelle's list?
Blame me. Don't blame me.
Oh my Lord.
I'm not the canary in the coal mine. Like, no, I don't think I pulled it. I probably want to pull it, but I don't know. So.
Yeah, and where it's an early access one, I don't even know if that was actually part of the
I don't think it would have been
thing
part
because it was early access. Yeah.
All right. I was just joking because all her games are getting delayed.
I know. We're gonna run with that now. Anything left on our list, I would watch out.
Great. Love it. Love that for me. It's great. Perfect.
Let's change paths a little bit. Remember a few weeks ago when we found out the dude who owns GameStop was saying, screw this, I'm selling all the EB games because he didn't want to deal with the whole Canada and he's American and all that kind of thing. And anyways, so that happened. And then a group in Quebec decided to pick it up. The company that actually owns McFarlane Toys. Yeah, French Canadian entrepreneur Stéphane Tétrault bought it. So anyways, I was flipping through Instagram the other night and then I saw a post from EB Games. There's one of those ones with the lots of text and you carousel and you just flip through. So I read through that, but I actually went and pulled the actual blog post for us to chat this through because it's essentially an article stating what's next for EB Games in Canada. So I'll read through it a bit because I think it's kind of interesting considering GameStop /EB Games /whatever and kind of like the nature of how the business has changed over the years and how people's spending habits, especially around video games, and like how those stores have kind of evolved into being not just video games, but now also like geeky paraphernalia, become it collectibles and other things as well. So, hey, EB community. We've been on quite a journey together from the early days of wall-to-wall games to the evolution of collectibles, fan merch, and launch nights you never forget. Now we're standing at the start of a brand new chapter, and we want to bring you along for every step of it. The future is in motion. We're making some pretty major changes behind the scenes. That includes a full overhaul of our technology system. Well, as you know, have been due for an upgrade for some time. We're building toward a future where your shopping experience, online and in-store, is faster, smoother, and way more integrated. We're talking a brand new website, better self-serve tools, faster checkout, improved product delivery, dynamic shipping charges, and much more. Our goal is to rebuild a foundation for better experience across every interaction with a focus on growth and agility. For specifics, we're still in development. We are currently evaluating the best options for our needs and yours, and we'll share the timeline and details as soon as we can. What we can say is this isn't a patch job. It's a full reboot. You're going to hear more from us, not less. As part of the rebuild, we're committing to a new approach to communication. That means a dedicated EB Games news page where you can track announcements and upcoming changes, more behind-the-scenes insights on how decisions are made and what's being worked on, open invitations to share feedback, vote on initiatives, and help share what comes next, a new culture of listening, because it's not about saying everything's perfect, it's about improving together. Why this matters. For years, EB Game has meant different things to different people. For some, it's where they get their very first console and video games. For others, a weekly stop for Pokemon cards, Funko Pops, or a quick chat with a staff who generally cares. That diversity and passion across generations is our greatest strength. So instead of building for one group or one moment, we're building for a future that's flexible, responsive, and deeply rooted in community. The next chapter is about getting back to what makes EB special while finally fixing the things that should have been better a long time ago. Stay tuned. There are big changes coming, including some updates that we know will spark conversation. When those rolled out, we'll be transparent, upfront, and ready to listen. In the meantime, it says to follow and stay engaged, drop a comment, or check back here regularly for the latest news and updates. We're excited about where this is going and even more excited to have you with us. That is a really approachable and open, welcoming post for them to do. It's going to be interesting if they can actually execute on that promise. But I'm
the lack
hopeful.
of corporate speak for me. It's just
it sounds like
genuine.
Real. Yeah. So what do you think?
I'm
what could
excited.
they potentially do? I mean, they've had a terrible fucking website for eons. Can confirm. Trying to order a Nintendo Switch too.
I mean, they probably already have some kind of e-com infrastructure with McFarlane Toys, but maybe because this is not McFarlane Toys buying EB Game. This is a dude that has McFarlane Toys money.
Yes.
Buying the company and rebooting it. So he's probably looking into them having something done from the ground up, standalone. But a decent, a good gaming website is all I want. The EB Game website was terrible. The GameStop wasn't all that better. The Best Buy website is there, I guess. It's just have a proper search function. Is all I ask.
Man, search is not an easy thing to do. Just
because
if it
was easy, they'd all be good. But they're not.
Yeah,
easy.
but I bet PlayStation.
Yeah, you should. If you type in PlayStation, you should be able to find a console.
It's just
you
not
can
that
make a
bad,
list.
but
you
still.
can make a list for that. Yeah. Python can be useful for that. Yeah.
Because when you look for stuff let's say you say Nintendo Switch, don't show me clothing.
Yeah, unless you check the filter saying that you want.
If I just type Nintendo, that's on me.
Yeah.
If
then
I
you
wrote
get
the
best
name
results.
of the fucking console, show me the console and console accessories. Anyway, seriously, you need good UX, yes, good UI, beautiful website. If you can nail the fucking search function, please. It's the bane of existence on every website.
Yeah.
I was looking for long story short, I bought jean shorts. I didn't see that they were raw hemmed to do the natural distressed. And I'm like, I got to stop that. Or they'll be booty shorts by the second wash. And I was looking for glue. You can buy fabric glue to stop it from fraying.
Yeah.
And essentially, I did a quick Google and I was like, please don't let me buy from Amazon. But a quick Google was like, hey, Walmart probably has it. And I was just trying to see if the Walmart in my area had it. And when you I wrote the name of the glue, the no fray, whatever it's called. And
Yeah, the actual brand name as it's listed on the package.
yeah, the Walmart search result did not show me fabric glue.
Oh yeah, don't even get me started on the Walmart search.
I was just like, how are you one of the biggest retailers on this fucking continent?
Oh yeah.
And this is your search?
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
What the fuck? I had to go through Google Shopping.
Yeah, to find it.
Find the listing for Walmart. Click on it. For it to send me to the US site. For me to click on the pop-up to send me to the Canadian site. And
Google.
then log in and then see it was in stock.
Oh my lord. So
in
let's
the Walmart in
not,
Saint Leonard.
let's not build the next EB
all
Games
that to
website
be
to
like,
look
fuck it, I'll just order it.
I think Google is getting us a source of the profit from the clicks, right? So
They probably are.
Made,
yeah.
made a
Anyway,
deal.
EB Games, please don't. This example, be on the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Please.
I'm curious. I'm curious to see if this means that they're going to change like the look and feel of the stores too. Because I'm not going to lie,
so.
you walk into them sometimes and it's just like there's just stuff everywhere. You don't even know where to look. It's just like information overload because it's just stocked full of colorful things.
It's just like walking into like a thrift shop almost.
Ew.
Yeah,
There's no
doesn't have
rhyme
much
or
of an
reason.
identity. Doesn't have much of an identity outside of just like here's video game paraphernalia and more.
It's just you kind of like you see the wall of games, and according to the color palette, you know, if it's mostly blue, you're like, all right, that feels like PlayStation.
Yeah,
but it's just like you don't know what to do, what to get, and then the staff has no idea what the kind of stock they have.
Ew.
Because
I
look at the floor. How can they know?
I guess I just kind of wish that like going into these types of things because the nostalgia is so strong for like our generation and a little bit older, like they have such a market, and it's like if you FAO Schwartz this where it was like a magical like gaming aesthetic marketed thing, it would be huge. Like it would be huge. Like if there was a way for them to get all that stock of like the maybe they can't get the IP or whatever, but I swear, like if I went to go, I'm thinking about trading in my PS5 for a PS5 Pro, especially with the new Ghosts of Yotai, and so I was thinking to myself, like if as we were talking, like if I went in ready to swap out the two consoles, because I think GameStop. I equivalent this to GameStop. Like it has the best trade-in, and I walked in there and I saw like a Lego set or like stuff that you know a Horizon or things that were really kind of out, just not Pokemon or just not Funko Pop. I would probably do the grab and insta purchase just because it looks so cool. But like when I go in there, I want to get in and get out like as fast as possible because it makes me feel uncomfortable and it's just got a weird like decaying feeling to it, and it just makes me sad because there's so much consumerism in the market of this, and it's just like, oh my gosh. But I'm sure the whole rebrand is so expensive, but so I really hope that this kind of leans into that, especially with a toy owner having it. So I'm really hoping that kind of sparks that like nostalgic joy.
It feels too much like it's designed for children. And how old is the average gamer now? Like late 20s?
Yeah, late 20s,
early 30s,
like,
easy.
Early
Yeah.
30s, yeah.
I mean, like, I want to go into a store that has aesthetically pleasing RGB lights flying throughout it, showing me fancy pants gaming consoles and like, real displays.
And,
like I don't need product everywhere. It's just like stuff everywhere.
just having the T-shirt organized by size.
Well,
Is that
why
what
are
you
they
ask?
selling T-shirts? That's what I don't understand. I don't say, hey, I'm going shopping today. I want to go get a Nintendo shirt for something. Maybe EB Games will have one or GameStop. That's not what I'm thinking.
Oh, Uniqlo's where it's at.
But I'm saying that if you're going in there for a different reason because you want to browse the used gaming selection or you want to try to see if they have a different controller, then if the shirts looked aesthetically like pleasing, or I knew that they weren't for like people half my size. I think I'd just be like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna browse, and I probably, if something was cute, like I'd probably pick something up. Like I'm saying, like you kind of get swept up in the whole thing of it because it's a fun place to go. Like it's like, if you're wandering around, well, the before times, like Target, it's like I'm just gonna go wander around Target because it's just nice. And it's like if this was that space, then I would go there just to like be and like hang out.
It feels like it's trying to be a convention floor with
Yes,
absolutely
yes.
everything. And there's a reason why you go to the conventions, you see all this stuff, and part of the fun is digging through it and seeing what you're going to find in the shopping, right? It's not, EB Games is not a fun store to go into.
Yeah. It's not.
But then
Target.
again, who's the target demo? Who is the target demo for an EB Games? Is it us? Is it children?
They said everybody. They said you have a wallet, and you walked into the store, you're our target audience, and it's not working. It's not working.
So,
yeah, no.
I'm curious to see what they can do, because I do think that there isn't a market for this, but I think they have to think a little bit differently about what that is, right? And maybe there's certain things that, like, in some stores, and maybe I know this because my husband runs a store, like, they don't have all their stock out on the show floor. They have a size run, and that's it. So that things can breathe, maybe certain things, they have a few different sizes there. But if someone buys one, usually what happens is they hand them a new one from the back and give them that in the plastic all ready to go. And then they hang the other one back up, right? So you can try it on. Or if it's the last one there, you could buy that one and take that one. But they don't have absolutely everything on the floor at once. Do you really need that in a store? Like, couldn't you just have one of each of the games there? I know obviously the secondhand stuff is good, but like, do you need 5 different copies of Donkey Kong up there? And it's not the real game. Like, it's just a thing. Why don't you just say, hey, here's one. If you want that, go to the front and say, hey, I want to buy Donkey Kong, and not have so many. So your eyes can breathe and actually consume what's in the store. I go in there and it's like visual chaos. So
it is. And but that requires staff
that know.
Yeah. And a rule and visual merchandising, which
again, I went jean short shopping. I went to the magical place that is GG Jeans, and it's just, I walked in there and it was like all a fucking warehouse of like jeans everywhere. And I was like, shit, they have so much staff that it doesn't matter how bad the store is. The lady was just like, what's your size? What do you want? What type of wash? What type of fit? Beautiful. She handed me 12 pairs of shorts. She's like, go talk to this guy. He'll get you a change room. And I walked to the other guy and he's like, yeah, go in here. And there's no limit on how many jeans. They were just, but it was like, if I need another size, if something didn't fit, he was like, give it to me. And he'd give it to another person that was working. It was just like, it works if you have staff. EB Games never had fucking staff. It was just chaos.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with the space and what they do with the website and kind of how this reinvigorates the brand. We will be watching because we like the fact that a Canadian owner's again.
Yes.
We'll be watching.
I like the idea of going to a site and not having to triple check. I'm not seeing U.S. prices because they're suspiciously low.
Yes. Truth. All right. One more quick story, Joelle. Bring us through this one.
Yeah. So this one was kind of a last minute punch because it came out. This is July 14th when we're recording, and it came out today. So Nintendo has filed a copyright notice for a, quote, unannounced Donkey Kong film in collaboration with Universal Pictures. This article comes from IGN. The following for Untitled Donkey Kong Project Motion Picture lists Nintendo Studios LLC as the copyright holder alongside Universal Pictures. So, of course, we were patiently awaiting the Super Mario Brothers 2 movie that was made with Illumination Studios, and I think that release date is sometime in 2026.
I think you're right.
I believe. Yeah, in 2026.
Early April or something.
Correct, I think. So so we're just kind of wondering, what else is on the horizon for that, because I think we're also getting a Legend of Zelda
That we are.
live action film as well. But again, they're going to just start cranking out the IPs and probably do something with Donkey Kong as well. So a part of me, wants this to be we'll see what happens. I don't know. Any guesses of like if it's going to be live action Donkey Kong?
No,
or,
I think they're gonna bank on the aesthetic they've got from the
Mario.
Yeah, and I think it's
Yeah,
gonna be more geared towards children, unlike the Zelda game,
Probably.
which I think is gonna be geared more towards adults. Or
Yeah.
movie, sorry, not Zelda game.
The Zelda game. Yeah, so I think it should be really interesting. So just keeping an eye on that. But yeah, they're gonna continue to print that money, and I will likely watch it.
Oh yeah, totally. They definitely have a new lease on movie life since the new Super Mario movie had come out. Because not the greatest track record for Nintendo games to movies prior to that. So this is good. This is exciting.
I mean,
Exciting.
It was so bad that it became a cult classic. That's something.
I mean, but you need to hit a real low ball to somehow be so bad that you are then good. And even then, I don't think it was really good. I think it was more for the kitsch is why we liked it.
You didn't think those Goombas looked great?
Oh my lord! I mean, John
you didn't like
is exactly what I needed.
A part of me though does want this, like, in my weird brain, like I want a bit of a Planet of the Apes, Donkey Kong, like going after
so not into those movies. They made so many of them. I don't think I saw one.
I know, but
I just interested.
But the fan base of those are so strong because there's so many of those movies. They love them so much, and so part of me, and like the live action, for whatever reason, live action Lion King, live action Little Mermaid, like the live action trend is so fierce right now. For reasons unbeknownst to me, they're not my favorite, but a part of me just kind of like I want to kind of see a live action Donkey Kong, and I want Cranky, and I want. I just think that it would be so cringe, but I
can't imagine he would look terrifying. Do you remember the monstrosity that we saw with the Sonic movie originally?
I know.
Just putting that out there, okay? Until the actual community got involved, they saw him and they were like, "No, you are not defacing one of our favorite characters this way."
I just I'm just gonna cross my fingers and see what happens.
I think it's more likely to be animated. Kat, you want to break this tie? What do you think?
I think a character is going to be voiced by Chris Pratt.
Donkey Kong was in the other movie. Did he have a voice? I don't remember.
Yeah, it was Seth
Rogen.
No, no way.
The guy from Knocked Up.
The guy from Knocked Up. Yeah.
It's not Seth Green.
No, Seth
Is
Rogen.
it Seth?
Or
It is Seth Rogen.
Canadian, right?
Yeah.
Not Joe Rogan, but Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
I hope it's not him.
It will be him. It will be him in a live action, and he's gonna be like, "Ugh, I gotta get my bananas," like that.
And then there's just gonna be Chris Pratt because he's in every animated movie.
He's in every movie.
He's in every movie.
He's Chris Pratt. He belongs in every movie. Kat, so what do you think? Is it live action or animated? Come on.
Oh, I think it's animated. It's going to be the same thing as
it's animated
as the Mario movie. They're going to, mind you, it's Universal, not the same.
Illumination. So God only knows. It could be anything.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh shit!
Don't know.
God, at this point, my heart of hearts says animation.
Yeah.
But my inner sicko would love to see live action.
See?
I'm telling you. Chaos reign.
I'm telling you, a part of me is like, I would just watch it for the train wreck I'm just like, I can't.
Because I grew up enjoying the fuck out of that original Mario live action that was so bad. We had, and I watched the dub version. We had recorded it off of like a TV, like a French TV show that, like the channels, like TQS, TVO, whatever.
Yeah.
In the summer when they would run movies at night instead of having like the series because they're all like off season.
Yeah.
And then we would record them to our VHS, and then we had to pause during the commercials, and then we could rewatch them. And one of those cassettes was the Mario movie dubbed. So amazing. I can quote that turd of a movie from beginning to end.
En français.
But the French which makes it even worse.
I love
it. Same thing for Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, two other video game cult classic movies that were so bad that became cult classic.
Exactly.
Never saw them in English. Never saw them in theater.
Have you never seen them in English ever? Like the original Mortal Kombat? Oh my God.
Because once I was older than 6 or 7 years old, I lost interest in those shitty movies.
Did they translate the song? Or they leave it in English?
The Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
I don't think they translate
choose your might.
No, I think that one they left in.
Okay, good.
But it was just like, weird. Imagine the dialogue, the bad dialogue. Worse.
Crazy.
It was stuff I was so young when we were watching those things, and I was probably underage to be watching those movies when I think about it.
Love it.
Because I remember watching them before I was like fully fluent in English, and that happened when I was 6 or 7 years old, guys. So it is that's some doubtful parenting.
Yeah.
That sounds like the kind of shit because my brother was watching it, to be honest.
Oh, there you go. That's why. Yeah, because he was watching it, so they were like, they didn't think much about it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that pretty much closes out the show for this week. As always, check out the show notes on girlsongames.ca for links to all the stories mentioned in this episode. Thank you, Catherine, very much for doing that on our website that has new pretty logos and fonts and things. And yeah. If you have the power to rate and review this podcast, we'd much appreciate you doing so. Why? It helps the discovery, pushes us up in the rankings, and of course, any comments you leave help us build our show. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Joelle, for being on the podcast with me this week. I'd like you to shout out your social media handle so people can follow you anywhere and everywhere online. Catherine, you go first.
Yeah, I am CSDSBINS. I'm mostly active on Instagram and Blue Sky right now, but you can definitely find me in the Girls on Games Discord.
And Joelle, how about you?
People can find me on Instagram at JoelleLauren87, on Blue Sky at Joelle Lauren, but always hanging out in the Girls on Games Discord. Come and say hi.
And I am Leah Jewer on most social media platforms, but of course you want to know everything there is to know about Girls on Games. You can track it down at The Girls on Games on X and Facebook, just Girls on Games on Instagram, Threads, and Blue Sky and TikTok, discord.me/Girls on Games to continue this conversation and more. But of course, if you ever need to know anything at all, you can track it down at our home base. That's our website, girlsongames.ca. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Joelle. It's been another lovely week in video games. And I think I'm going to go race more in Mike's sim setup. Yeah, jealous. I got the itch now. I'm actually not so terrible in racing in car games. So here we go. Maybe this will help me learn better. Until next time, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.